Morning guys, just a quick video today. I know it feels like QVC around these parts at the minute, but just to say that for anybody who fancies going to America in April, I do have a tour going, and I've just managed to get a free upgrade to the BMW R18. So if anybody feels like 2 weeks around sort of the western area of America, so Utah, Arizona, Nevada, been to New Mexico, Colorado, then it starts on the 22nd of April, and we've got 12 days of riding, finishing on Friday the 3rd, flying in and out of Las Vegas. It is on rental bikes from using Eagle Rider. It is hotel accommodation, twin sharing, 12 nights accommodation, including your bike, including a van that's going to carry the luggage. Comes in at $250 plus your flight. So yeah, unfortunately it's not a cheap trip, but America unfortunately is no longer as cheap as it once was. My experience with riding America is doing 3 crossings, coast to coast crossings, all on my own bike. So first one was New York to San Francisco, then up to Alaska on the Honda CT110. The second one, myself and my girlfriend at the time flew into Las Vegas with the GS 1200 R1200 GS. We got married in Las Vegas and then spent 5 weeks riding around this area, this western area, and then went across through Texas, the Appalachian Mountains, then out to New York and boated the bike back. And the third time I guided a group of 12 from New York to LA on bikes that we'd air freighted into America. The reason that I'm not air freighting bikes in at the minute is just simply because of cost. Pre-COVID, well, for the postie bike that I flew in 2012, it was £650, and then about the same to return it by boat out of LA. When I flew the GS in and then the bikes in 2018, the 12 bikes, it worked out at about £1,600 per bike. After COVID, it unfortunately went to £5,000 return per bike. The cheapest quote I've had recently is through Motor Freight, which is £3,000 return, air freight in, boating out. And then that's subject to what they say is about a $700 customs clearance free fee at the American end. And then obviously you've got your insurance to add into that, which at the minute works out about £400 or £500 if you're doing probably a 3-4 week coast to coast. So yeah, for the time being, the shipping your own bike in and out is probably not financially viable, although the prices are starting to decrease a little bit. Whether they'll ever get to pre-COVID days, I'm not convinced. I don't think they will. So for now, yes. So the plan is flying to Las Vegas, pick up I have 2 nights in Las Vegas. The night before we take off on the bikes is included, and then we're going to go out and we're going to do a sort of a figure of 8 and go down through Kingman, do old Route 66, Seligman, Grand Canyon, Monument Valley out to Cortez, Durango, $1 Million Highway, then come back up through Moab, and then drop into Bryce Canyon, Zion, and then sort of figure of 8 it out, back out through Las Vegas to Death Valley, and then loop back around and finish it off. So it'll be about 1,600 miles. Average daily distance is about 160 to 180, maybe a few days a little bit more. But personally, I think when you're in an area like that, you don't really want to be doing too many more miles than that, because you want to be stopping and seeing and encountering things as you go along. For me, this area is, there's great places to ride in America, all through America, whether it's the Appalachians or Route 1. But here, for me, is where some of the greatest bits of riding are all contained in that one area. So you've got Monument Valley, Zion, you've got the Forrest Gump Road, you've got Route 12, which is an incredible stretch of tarmac running out from Bryce towards Moab. So yes, just some iconic sites. The old Route 66, we can do Meteor Craig, Grand Canyon, etc. And that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, if anybody's interested in that, then I do have a couple of free upgrades to the R18. Otherwise, there are other bikes available. Other base bikes are a Tiger 660. There's also a Yamaha Bolt. And then a couple of £100 more, you get a Tiger 900 or a itinerary 700. And then a bit more again, you've got itinerary 1200s, GS 1250s. You can have an RT, a 1200, 1250 RT, or obviously the Harley Davidsons. Now this is a purely on-road trip, so I don't think we're going off-road. It is a purely on-road trip. It is guided. It's myself guiding it. Obviously within that, I allow the flexibility of people to do their own thing, and I always encourage it, because travelling in America is pretty easy, and there's so much to stop and see and to look at, and it's always, I think, good if people sort of create their own little journeys amongst, within that group environment. So I do always encourage people to sort of venture off a little bit or take their own pace where they feel comfortable. But yeah, that's it. So if anybody wants any more information on that, dorothyspeedshop.com. Again, sorry for the sales pitch, but it makes my living that makes these videos. So I do occasionally have to make some money in order to power the GoPro and things like that. Other trips I've got an Iceland trip going in July, which is a trail tour. That's boating bikes in and out of Iceland. So it's on your own bike, then you fly in. And then I've got Land's End John O'Groats, got an Ireland trip in May, a Spanish trip in October, and then there'll be some other, like a Scottish trip going in the diary, and some stuff down here in Devon. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. It's a busy time, just getting websites updated, doing tax returns and all that adult stuff that really saps the joy out of you, doesn't it? Having to do anybody has to do tax returns and all that sort of stuff. Oh, what a pain. So that's it. Yeah, hope everyone's ready for Christmas. Hope everyone's got something under the tree that's worth opening. And yeah, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Hopefully I'll get a video up very soon. I've got a video update on a 310 GS BMW to do. I've also got I've got a Suzuki V-Strom 800 test bike coming in the new year, which I'll do some reviews on. Might have some CCM military bikes to talk about, and then a few other bits and bobs. New Himalayan, might be able to get my hands on one of those, and then the Triumph 400 Scrambler X. I still got my name down for one of those. So lots happening in the new year. Some new news on the speed shop itself as well. So yeah, wishing you all the best. Cheers, bye.